Yo, it's the In Between the Lines podcast. I'm Shamar. That's Jay. Welcome back to another episode. Pod Squad, what's up? So, what else you got?
Hold on, man. Bro, when I walked in here, you know what was going on. I wasn't going to leave without speaking on it.
What is it?
Siberia. Damn near Siberia. Yeah, all right. Okay. Damn near knocked off the United States men's basketball team. And again, I'm going to say it. It's the third time I'm saying it, Pod Squad. The world has caught up to United States basketball.
No.
That level of basketball. And one of the biggest problems is this team is so arrogant, they think they can turn it on and turn it off. Number one, you ain't the 92 Olympic Dream Team with Michael Jordan, a.k.a. God, on the team.
Mm-hmm.
You got LeBron James
Mm-hmm.
and a bunch of other great players,
Mm-hmm.
which this team, honestly, what it looks like, and I'm a little bothered because I really thought LeBron, the way he started this Olympics and the exhibition games, you can see the leadership and everybody really rallied behind him. It's like they pushed LeBron out there, he took it and ran with it.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's like dialing it back a bit, and this is where he needs to step up and be that leader. He's that marquee name. He's one of the most popular players in the world and one of the greatest players in the world. So this team, he should be able to communicate with saying, bro, this ain't a good look. This ain't what we're about. And American basketball is still always going to be number one. And I don't see that in this team, bro. What a
He
pride.
did that today.
Bro,
He
they
did that
should
against
even,
somebody in
bro,
the fourth quarter.
They was down, Mar. It should never be.
Oh, it should never be that. But here's the point. Other teams haven't caught up with America. America just plays lazy. That's all.
Okay, that mean they caught up then.
No, that does not mean they caught up.
That mean they caught up, bro.
That does not mean they caught up. That America just plays lazy. What USA basketball does is they play individual ball throughout the game and that happened with Siberia. They didn't play basketball until the fourth quarter. They got caught up with Steph Curry shooting all these threes and everybody just looking, no movement, everything. And that's what they do. And if you look at it, every time one of the players on the USA starts to get hot, they just let them rock. They don't try to play the game. Anthony Edwards, when he got cooking, they just let him cook. When KD got his game, when he started cooking, they let him cook. Steph finally started cooking this one, they just let them cook. Well, what they do while they doing this is when a good team is trying to actually play basketball, you can lose focus and fall down to it because you out here playing street ball and you just looking at the other person go off and you don't get into it to the fourth quarter where they start to play as a team how a team should. So the only thing different to me from the dream team to these teams, I still think the dream team is the best team ever, but the only thing that's changed from then to now is that I don't think they play as a team as hard. I don't think they play as hard through the whole game. I think the dream team went in there with a passion. We're going to beat y'all every time from first quarter to fourth quarter, and we going to keep it strictly business. Here it's like, oh man, you shine, get your shine on. I think that's what makes it look like all other countries is caught up because they out here trying to just let each other shine on the big stage and get their name recognized worldwide. And I just think that's what you see out there. I don't think it's other teams catching up, other countries catching up to the talent in the USA. I just think it looks like that because they just play the fundamental basketball that our guys just don't do now.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say this. It's a mild pushback, but I think was actually lacking right now. And again, I'm gonna mention LeBron James, because he started this whole Olympic shit like a bat out of hell, and I just feel like he just dialed it back. And this is where they need leadership because somebody should be on that sideline or in that locker room saying, "Bro, we the best in the motherfucking world. We United States. We are basketball." And again, this is what they need to have that kick in the ass. There's nobody on that team that's going to say that and challenge the rest of the players. And that should be LeBron. He's not doing that.
He did it in the fourth quarter. I don't even like LeBron, but he did it. He did it.
Come on,
at the end of that third quarter, and they were still down. He went in that huddle. He started screaming. He got it together, and they came out and played like a team. Like I said, you're looking at, and again, you're looking at from when Jordan played in the game, and everybody wanted to play and be together and win. Like it was more of a camaraderie back then. It wasn't really about, they weren't $500 million rich and all that. It wasn't because they didn't have all that money back then. So now you playing with guys who, again, which is why I said I wouldn't have an NBA player holding the flag. they're doing this on the side. Like, it's not that important to them. They just there to shine. They know they can win, and it's not important to them. So that's why, again, it looks like that to me. You know what I mean? That's what I see. When I look at it, that's what I see. They just there because they know they can win. They can win, and they can turn into one another. And they just having fun in the beginning until they get down to cookie crunch time, and that's when they turn it on.
Well, let me say this. It's disappointing. Here's why.
You gotta go back to college. Then you gotta go back to unnamed. If you want that style of basketball to come back, then you gotta go back. You can't have almost billionaire players on there. You can't.
Well, again, at the end of the day, the issue is you should be playing for excellence and pride. That's just me as a competitor, because I know I'm one of the best in the world. That's why I'm on this team. But at the same time, too, I'm playing for a few things. I'm playing for myself and my legacy. I'm playing for my country, and I'm playing with all these other superstars. I want to look good every possession. We should want to look good every possession to establish that we are the best. So we won't be having these conversations. And that's the difference between the 1992 team and any other team that came after that.
Yeah.
Because that 92 team, not only did they know they was the best in the world, they had a chip on their shoulder letting you know and showing you why they are the best in the world. It was about excellence. And that's the problem right now with this team.
Yeah, because they came from where
they soft.
They came from where a point in USA basketball when it wasn't professionals and they were losing, and that's why they got them together, the best people together to go on there. Because again, the Olympic teams, they fight. That's their grand thing. So it ain't the best people. The best people in the NBA. So when they got the NBA team, they had a mission to prove that, to show you that why they were losing before is because it wasn't us.
And
so they had a point to prove. And they've been winning ever since. Except what, 1 year?
Yeah, but bro, that should not happen. That's the point. It's about excellence. It's truly about excellence. You're representing your country and yourself.
But you're asking, again, you're looking at the Olympics where you have people normally fighting to get that gold medal is the cream of the crop of their career. You're talking to these guys where it's not the cream of the crop. It's a secondary choice.
You should have won. You should have won.
Yeah, but you gotta, like I said, it's a choice to go. All the other teams in the you have to make the team.
Right.
The NBA, the men's basketball, you get picked.
Regardless, if you're going to go, you should be going over there to perform at the highest level that you can possibly play. And again, if you're not, you're going for the wrong reasons. And that's the kind of shit I don't like, because again, you're not just representing yourself. You're representing the fucking country. Let's show that we are the most dominant fucking country still. We're still number one in basketball. And we're not going to let our foot off of your fucking neck anytime during the game.
So do you see them losing what they play tomorrow to France?
I don't see them losing any games, but the issue that I'm having, none of these shit should be competitive to me with all the talent. That's my opinion. It shouldn't be that this competitive.
Sometimes you play down to your opponent.
Listen, I've seen it at the highest level, and that didn't happen. But
you're
that didn't happen.
That you're talking, you want people to adjust how they play the game.
No.
You do, because they play the game in a set way of, they don't play elimination one and done type joint. So they got to get used to that. Most of these guys, they come in on the first game and fill you out and not try to kill you and all that. That's just this type of basketball. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're seeing NBA players convert to Olympians, and it's always going to be a disconnect with them because they're not going to grind hard. They're not going through the 2 to 3 years to make the team like most people do.
I can't. Well, if I already seen it at its highest level and I know it can be done, I can't buy none of that. I seen it.
You gonna watch?
We lived it.
Yeah,
we lived. So when we get this kind of brand of basketball, knowing that you guys not playing up to your potential, bro, it's just embarrassing.
So again, you're looking at guys who just practice for a couple weeks to start playing together. The greatest players who used to having the ball and deferring to other people. Like, that's a lot. Like, again, that's a lot.
It's still the game that you love. It's still the game that you still do for a living.
I know what you're saying. But the proof is showing you what I'm saying. The proof is showing you what I'm saying. This is why they don't, instead of deferring, when they start cooking, they just let them cook, because there's no structure in it. They don't teammates. They're coming over here, practicing for a couple weeks. Unlike all these other teams, most of these Olympic teams that got a few stars on them, they play together, they gel together, they have that chemistry together already because they have to make the team.
Well,
so that's the difference in it.
When you great, because again, okay, I'm gonna go back to 1992 team. They under the same criteria, bro. They didn't gel. They was competitors against each other all their career, but they was able to come together for them 3 weeks, play their brand of basketball, and dominate like they were supposed to. So the criteria ain't changed. It's the individual athletes, bro. And again, but when you talk about cohesion and playing together,
right? But
they under the same scrutiny.
You have to look at the USA team, men's basketball. We're losing all the time, so they had to come and prove to them that they had something to prove. These guys here don't have nothing to prove.
Yeah, they still do. If you
no, they don't. You come in.
That's a fucked up way to look at it. Then
no, because
you should have won.
Are they automatically favored to win?
Yeah. So it was
it's
92.
It's nothing to prove. No, it wasn't. It was still.
Stop it.
It was still something to see if it really was the thing.
Ain't nobody buy that, bro. Michael Jordan's on the team.
Yeah, but you didn't know. You had to see the first game. Then you were like, oh yeah, this is it.
Yeah, it was it.
Yeah.
They ain't playing no fucking game.
They ain't playing no game. They had to prove it though.
These fucking clowns over here on some bullshit. They bullshitting.
And you know who else got to prove it?
Who?
The Philadelphia Eagles.